Hello, my dear students. Myself, Dr. Pitambar Umne, founder Botany for You, and working as Professor and Head Department of Botany, Dharampet MP Dev Memorial Science College, Nagpur, Maharashtra, India. I welcome you all in this online platform for the students of Life Sciences Botany for You. Friends, if you are new or not yet subscribe our YouTube channel, then kindly like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel Botany for You. And if you want to associate with us through the Telegram group, then the link is given in the description. Through that, you can join the Telegram group and can take the advantage of the different career opportunities in life sciences in India and abroad, and also the literature assistance in the form of PDF. Friends, in our last different lectures, we have completed most of the part of the photosynthesis, and in today's class, we will take the another topic from the photosynthesis, and that is crassulacean acid metabolism or CAM pathway. Earlier, we have seen the C3 pathway and C4 pathway of the dark reaction in the photosynthesis. So let's see today's topic, that is CAM pathway. As you know very well, if you see the different plants, then the green parts which are used in the process of the photosynthesis are provided with the different stomata, and these stomata are involved in gaseous exchange as well as the transpiration. Means the stomata are used for the two different type of the processes, that is gaseous exchange, which include the absorption of carbon dioxide and oxygen, and also the release in the different processes. At the same time, here during the process of the transpiration, there is a release of water vapors through these stomata. And in most of the plants, during the daytime, the stomata are open, and during the night time, the stomata are closed. So if we compare the different plants, again there is a much more variation in the stomatal opening and the closing that we have already seen in the earlier class. If we are talking about the plants which are known as the crassulacean acid metabolism plants, that is, this name itself indicate the name of the family, that is the Crassulaceae. So these plants from the family Crassulaceae, that is the bryophyllum. So in this plant, first of all, this pathway was discovered, and hence its name is given, that is the crassulacean acid metabolism. In addition to these, different families are also showing the same phenomena, that is the CAM pathway. So these plants which are considered as a CAM plants, they have a specific type of the condition which is completely opposite to that of the other plants, showing that is the stomata are open during the day and closed during the night. But in CAM plants, during the day the stomata are closed, and during the night the stomata are open. So if we see this crassulacean acid metabolism pathway, such type of the stomata are open during the night and the stomata are closed during the day. So these plants are different on the basis of this type of the movement or the mechanism of the opening and closing of the stomata in response to the other plants. Now if you see these different plants which comes under the CAM pathway or showing the process of the crassulacean acid metabolism, which includes around the 24 families of the angiosperms, which includes the Crassulaceae, Portulaceae, Cactaceae, Euphorbiaceae, Bromeliaceae, Aizoaceae, Agaveaceae, and Orchidaceae, etc. And except the Crassulaceae and Cactaceae, in which all the plants of both these families show the CAM pathway, but rest of the families, including the total number of plants, and out of that some plants show the CAM pathway and other plants show the Calvin cycle or the C3 pathway. Then again, in the pteridophytes, like the Isoetes of the family Isoetaceae, that show the CAM pathway. Again, in the form of the family Polypodiaceae, it show the CAM pathway. Again, in the gymnosperms, that is the Welwitschia mirabilis, which is placed at the end of the classification in the gymnosperm, that is in the Nataceae. So that is again Natopsida, that is again showing the same phenomena, that is the CM. And in Isoaceae, normally C3, but under water scarcity, means when there is a presence of less amount of the water and increase in the salt concentration, in such cases the plants shows the CM pathway. Means in respect to the CM pathway, here this family shows the variation that in the different condition, that is in the scarcity of the water, there is a CM pathway, and when there is a availability of the water, at that time there is C3 pathway. Now if you see this CAM pathway or the Crassulacean acid metabolism, then here there are the diurnal changes in the stomata, as we have seen earlier, that during the night time the stomata are open and during the daytime the stomata are closed. Earlier we have seen the reaction of the photosynthesis, that is 6 times CO2 plus 12 times H2O in presence of light and chlorophyll, forming C6H12O6 plus 6 times H2O plus 6 times O2. So it means that here the 6 molecules of the carbon dioxide are absorbed, 12 molecules of water is required in presence of light and chlorophyll and forming 1 molecule of the hexose sugar with release of 6 molecules of the metabolic water and the 6 molecules of the oxygen released during the photosynthesis. But if we see this Crassulacean acid metabolism, in which the stomata are closed during the day, but light is available only during the day. So in such a situation, absorption of the carbon dioxide during the day is not possible as the stomata are closed during the day, and hence here in the CAM plants it shows somewhat variation in the pathway of the dark reaction. So say here when the stomata are open during the night, at that time the carbon dioxide is absorbed by these plants as the stomata are open. And when the carbon dioxide is absorbed, it is absorbed by the phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Earlier we have seen that in C3 plants there is absorption of the carbon dioxide by ribulose 1,5 biphosphate, and in C4 plants again there was a carbon dioxide acceptor, that is 3-phosphoenol pyruvic acid. So on this basis we can say the CAM plants are much more closer to that of the C4 plants with respect to the carbon dioxide acceptor. After absorption of this carbon dioxide by the phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Here it is converted into oxaloacetic acid, and this oxaloacetic acid later on converted into malic acid in presence of the assimilatory power, that is NADPH. So in such a situation, when the malic acid is formed during the night, it is stored in the vacuole. So it means that there is continuous increase in the acid, that is the malic acid, during the night. So this is the reason behind the discovery of the CAM plants, because during the exchange of the gases, here it was found that the acidity was more during the night and less during the day, and this is because of what? Here this acidity increase during the night because of the formation of the malic acid and its accumulation in the vacuoles. So when there is a daytime, at that time, though the plant is unable to absorb the carbon dioxide because of the closed stomata, here there is decarboxylation of the malic acid, which is stored in the vacuoles in the mesophyll cells of the CAM plants. So this malic acid from the vacuoles is now decarboxylated into the two compounds, that is the pyruvic acid and the carbon dioxide. So here there is release of carbon dioxide during the day from the malic acid, and this pyruvate or the pyruvic acid is converted into triose phosphate, which again enter into the Calvin cycle. So after the release of the carbon dioxide from the malic acid, here it enter inside the chloroplast, and in the chloroplast RUBP, that is the ribulose 1,5 biphosphate, absorb this carbon dioxide which is released during the decarboxylation of the malic acid, and hence in the chloroplast there is a Calvin cycle. So no doubt the Calvin cycle is the only way for the formation of organic food in the form of the starch, glucose, fructose, etc. by the process of photosynthesis. But if we compare this with the Calvin cycle, again only few initial processes are different, but the formation of the carbohydrate or the organic compounds, it is only with the help of Calvin cycle. So in either C4 pathway or CAM plants, only few steps of the carbon dioxide absorption are different, and lastly or at the end that carbon dioxide is again absorbed by the ribulose 1,5 biphosphate, and there is a Calvin cycle for the formation of the carbohydrate or the organic compound. So in this way, as the stomata are open during the night and closed during the day, here there is a alternate pathway, and that is known as the crassulacean acid metabolism. Here the C for the crassulacean, it is on the basis of the name of the family of the Bryophyllum in which it was first discovered. The malic acid which is increased during the night, and hence that is metabolized for the formation of the carbon dioxide, and hence it is known as the crassulacean acid metabolism. If we compare now the crassulacean acid metabolism with that of the C4 plants, earlier we have seen the carbon dioxide acceptor, that is phosphoenol pyruvic acid. So that is same in CAM pathway as well as the C4 plants. So both again use this cytoplasmic phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase to form 4-carbon acid from the PEP, and that is 4-carbon acid is the oxaloacetic acid. Then and bicarbonate ions in the mesophyll cell, and this is the similarity in between the C4 plants and the CAM plants. But if you see the differences, then the C4 plants found in the angiosperms, but CAM found in the pteridophytes and gymnosperms also. Earlier we have seen in the Isoetes as well as the Velvetsia, again there is a CAM pathway. Then succulence is a prerequisite for the CAM but not in the C4 cycle. If you see the CAM plants or the plants of the family Cactaceae or the Crassulaceae or the Euphorbiaceae or the other plant, you will find that here the plants are either succulent or they are semi-succulent, and this is the rule in case of the CAM plants. Are most of the plants which are showing the CAM pathway, they are actually xerophytic in nature. Then the stomata closed during the day and open during the night, that we have seen in the CAM pathway, but reverse is the true for the C4 plants, and even the same type of the condition is in the C3 plants, because in the C3 plants also the stomata are open during the day and closed during the night. Again, the presence of the Kranz anatomy occurs in the C4 plants. We have seen earlier that the presence of the Kranz anatomy, that is the bundle sheath cell having the chloroplast which are larger in size and without grana, while the chloroplasts which are present in the mesophyll cells, they are normal in its size and are with grana. Such type of the presence of dimorphic type of the chloroplast in the C4 plants, and the arrangement of the bundle sheath cells is in a radial condition, and that is known as the Reith, and the meaning of the Reith in the German language is actually the Kranz, and hence it is known as the Kranz anatomy, which is common character of the C4 plants, but such type of the Kranz anatomy is found to be absent in the CAM plants. Then again the transpiration ratio is substantially lower in the CAM plants. As we have seen earlier, the stomata are used for the release of the water vapors, and that process is known as the transpiration. As here in the CAM plants, the stomata are closed during the day, and hence the rate of the transpiration is much more less as compared to the C4 and C3 plants. If you see the ecological significance of CAM plants, so the CAM plants are situated in the dry habitat, and hence these plants showing the different or the differences among the different morphological characters as well as the physiological characters. So as we have seen, they are either succulent or the semi-succulent, and this show their habitat which is the without or having less amount of the water. And second character, that the stomata are closed during the day. So these are the specific type of the characteristic features of the CAM pathway. So they are growing in the dry habitats such as the deserts. Then these plants have remarkable capacity to attain high biomass, and this high biomass is because of its succulent or the semi-succulent nature. Then nocturnal opening of the stomata, that is the stomata are open during the night for carbon dioxide with minimum transpiration, as the stomata are closed during the day, and hence there is a minimum or very less transpiration rate. Then photosynthesis takes place during the day with the help of carbon dioxide released from the decarboxylation of the malate or the malic acid. Earlier we have seen that the malic acid is decarboxylated into the pyruvic acid and carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide enter in the Kelvin cycle, and hence this is used for the process of the photosynthesis during the day. Then CM plants have a definite competitive advantages over C3 and C4 plants because these plants are adapted for the xeric condition. Because of that, they can shut their stomata during the day. Then rate of the carbon dioxide assimilation is half to C3 plants and 1/3 to the C4 plants. Then the rate of transpiration is highly reduced due to the closure of the stomata during the day. And as these are growing in the xeric condition like the deserts, they must conserve the water and avoid the process of the transpiration, and this is only possible because of their stomata are closed during the day. So friends, thank you very much for listening this lecture completely. I am very much hopeful and confident that this lecture will be useful to you in preparation of your examination. If you will have any doubt regarding any lecture on our YouTube channel Botany for You, then you can comment and the appropriate questions will be answered soon. Friends, if you like this lecture and if it is beneficial to you, then kindly like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Botany for You. And also press bell icon for the alerts of every lecture to be uploaded on different life sciences titles. And don't forget to join the Telegram group with the link given in the description. Thanks a lot once again.